What's up, everybody? I'm Patrick.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome to another J Music Weekly Top 5 video, where we look at the weekly Oricon singles charts, and we determine what songs we think deserve to be at the top of the list based on a very specific criteria.
And what is that special criteria, you may ask? Well, it is a special criteria that we like to call the CASP method. C-A-S-P.
This is a very special acronym that stands for C for composition, A for accessibility, S for sophistication, and P for presentation. And these are usually total up to a total of 40 points. And this is very important because all these songs need to be fairly judged, and some criteria has to be used in order to get to that. So that we're not just subjective and just picking them based on, oh, this might sound good.
Yeah.
We want to make it fair for all the composers and all the audience members involved as well. And of course, we want to give a big thanks to Oricon and to J-Pop Asia for making these charts available to us and all of our peers, available for us to evaluate. It really helps out a lot and makes this series possible. And also want to thank websites like lyricalnonsense.com for having such an incredible, comprehensive database of lyrics for us to also give better perspective for the songs that we're judging.
And with that being said, let's begin the countdown.
Alright, coming in at number 5 is Jackpot by Block B. For composition, it got a 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for accessibility, and 8 out of 10 for sophistication, and for presentation, a 9 out of 10. All totaling up to 32 out of 40 points. This is a really interesting one, I think.
Yeah.
Mainly because we're starting to see now that K-pop is coming in full force into the Japanese popular music scene. And I'm not saying how we exactly feel about that.
Yeah.
But at least this kind of diversifies the sound palette and also diversifies the visual palette as well. You know, I think there was some cool things in this, especially I guess we probably should have made a warning if you're afraid of clowns, because that is the main theme of this, especially in the beginning.
Trigger warning, trigger warning.
Any kind of trigger warning like that, right? Yeah. But I will say that those metric shifts, kind of going from like the 3 feel into the 4 feel, did kind of bring this one up to the list. It was really interesting, really things happening there.
Yeah, because like what I remember is that it switched from straight swing, swing to like the chorus was just like total straight on even.
Yeah.
So it was like
almost like kind of like Daft Punky type stuff.
Yeah, kind of.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, I think it was really cool. The melody was interesting. The lyrics, even though sometimes it was like, okay, maybe they're quoting some of the iconic like American pop songs from like the early 2000s and things like that. But they did have their own unique spins on it that I think really brought it up to this list. I think it deserved to be there.
And in front of it, not too far, is Line Tree by NaNoWriMo. Composition gets an 8 out of 10. Accessibility also gets an 8 out of 10. Sophistication also gets an 8 out of 10. And presentation gets an 8.5 out of 10. All totaling up to 32.5 points out of 40.
This song I was actually very happy to hear. It was very beautiful. The presentation got an 8.5 out of 10 just because of that. I thought that the instrumentalists had really great technique and they really accentuated those elements of the song. And I think this is featured in Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle, right? Yeah, that's an anime I haven't checked out yet, but I know it just came out this year. Along with a host of other great shows that have really great opening themes. Yeah. And it has kind of a Ikemono Gakari vibe, actually, from what I thought. You know, because they did the intro to the 8th opening of Naruto, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And that was a really great song too, and I can definitely hear the passion and the soul in their voices. Yeah. You know, it's really nice. What do you think?
Well, I mean, the thing about this song is that, well, really every song has that moment of having everything settle.
Yeah.
And where and how this song settles is totally unique to me. It's active enough to keep me like staying in tune to the lyrics and the melodies and the chord progressions and harmonies, because not too many songs do that. And that's really kind of like the crazy thing, like having the song settle, like the point at where it settles still being active, like the oneness and opposites kind of thing.
Exactly.
So I really dig that.
Yeah, it was good. Alright, coming in at number 3 is Tragedy by Katun. Now, for composition, it got an 8 out of 10. It got an 8 out of 10 for accessibility, another 8 out of 10 for sophistication, and for presentation, a 9 out of 10, totaling up for 33 out of 40 points. Now, this song, ironically titled because of the crazy stuff that this band has actually been going through, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Actually was on the list, topped at number 1 about 3 weeks ago. And one of the reasons why we actually couldn't use it was because we didn't have enough perspective. You know, we couldn't find the lyrics, the English lyrics for it.
No.
But man, when we did, it kind of set the bar. I was like, okay, this song definitely has to be on the list this week. And it was a good thing that it was still on the charts because this is amazing. The way it starts off, the breakdown, like I don't even know who the producer for this is, but it made sense to me once I knew that this was a Johnny and Associates
Yeah.
group. You know, because you have groups like SMAP that are also a part of that legacy. And this group is no different. This group definitely, I thought they were very well polished on the video. Dance moves are incredible. The voices are great. The composition also just really took it over the top. Really beautiful melodies and beautiful harmonies. And then those lyrics, they come in, it's like, wow. It's not like just one of those simple little love songs anymore. It's like actually
it's not.
something that you can, because it's one of those things that the melody disguises the lyric flow.
Yeah.
Because coming into this, if you don't really understand, I know, like, you know, we didn't, like, all of Japanese that's going through it, then you almost forget how deep these lyrics are. And I think you all should go check that out. As you're listening to the song, we'll post the lyrics in the description so you can actually really see this. This song really deserved to be highlighted. It was incredible.
Yeah, like the only thing about this song is that I feel so horrible. This was on the chart. This was on the charts for the past 3 weeks. And,
Well, that's why we're giving it proper respect.
Indeed we are.
Props to Johnny's and Associates. Y'all are great. Yes. Thank you.
And coming not too far in front of it is number 2, Hane by Koshi Inaba. We gave composition an 8.5 out of 10, accessibility an 8 out of 10, sophistication also an 8 out of 10, and a presentation a 9 out of 10, all totaling to 33.5 points out of 40.
Now, I gotta say, Bees has always been one of my favorite J-Rock groups of all time. Koshi Inaba, not surprising. This is a very beautiful song. They've always been an incredible band to me.
Yeah.
And seeing this here as the theme to Detective Conan, and I think he also did something else for Detective Conan as well, maybe a couple of different themes for it. But this is beautiful, man. This is another one of those things where we're seeing the inclusion of the duality between reality and animation. And that is really cool. I think he's able to do that. Because if you see the video, it's really deep. How he's talking about like this message about like not to give up, not to lose yourself and things like that. Yeah. And then there's visions of this girl running through in this in the video, like falling down, getting back up. It's a really inspiring video. And then the voice, man. Koshi's voice, man, is always, it's one of those things where you know how many people have copied him coming after. You know what I'm saying? Like people have really been influenced by that voice. And then of course the melody, guitar solo, everything. It's like there's really not too much else you can you can say about it. It's a beautiful song.
Signed, sealed, delivered, number 2.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we gave the presentation a 9 out of 10, because we really thought that it was cool how they, because most of it was just here's him, right?
Yeah.
Just him right in front of the camera, and then the animation comes through and brings you into another vibe. So it kind of gives you a break between both, but it's not too gratuitous. It's very tasteful, and I think that's what we really enjoyed about that. And at number 1 is Sore wa Chisana Hikari no Yona. It's a mouthful. By Sayuri. Now for composition, it got a 9 out of 10, our highest composition score. Accessibility, 7.5 out of 10. Sophistication got a 9 out of 10. And presentation, a 9 out of 10. All for a total of 34.5 out of 40 points. Yo.
Man, oh man,
right.
Oh man.
Gotta give it up to this. She's 19, yo.
19.
She's 19, and her debut wasn't even here. Her debut, pretty much, she started composing when she was like 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was really young. And she, man, she's pulling some roots out of this. It's really nice to hear a song in 3, almost sounding like kind of has some Celtic vibes, some Celtic roots in it.
Yeah.
You know? And also, man, just the poetry is outstanding. This is another song that was, I think, was featured as the ending to Erased.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And which is also all this anime that I gotta start checking out, man. Really start getting into it. You know, as an ending to the song, I can really tell just by looking at the trailer and the cover for the anime that it also fits really well. Another one of those videos that has a duality between the reality and the anime. But this time it's a twist. And it seems like the anime, the animation, is kind of a reflection of herself, almost, if I'm reading the lyrics correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it really does do a great job at accentuating those things. The melody is beautiful, it maintains a consistent vibe throughout, and it has a beautiful relationship in the parallel harmony. Now, a lot of these videos I talk about parallel harmony because parallelism is very important when it comes to creating some emotional diversity. If you start off in D minor, that's kind of a lighter sound. So if you guys will notice, if you start in the chorus, there's kind of just starts off this kind of a light mesh as opposed to the intro. But then right in halfway through the chorus, it goes up to a parallel minor, which is the F minor. That's beautiful, man. They really did a great. I mean, she wrote this. Like she, right now as it is, she hasn't been transformed into like one of those crazy pop idols yet. She actually is herself. I think she has a great career ahead of her. I wanna see where she goes with this because man, this is a really great song. Rhythms, everything. It really kept a consistent vibe. Very mature. Man, when I was 19, I don't know, man. That's amazing, yo. Props. I hope we get to meet you someday and play with you.
Yeah, indeed.
Hey, so that's the end of this week's video. What'd you think? Were we spot on, or should we have redone the entire list? Either way, we'd love to hear from you. As you may see, we respond to comments as fast as we can because we love talking to you guys. So put whatever your top 5 list is below, or if you want us to explain more about it, reach out to us, and we'd love to talk to you about it.
And if you like what you saw, don't be afraid to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below. And if you want to catch up with what we're doing, you can go to jmusicband.com. Also, you can follow us on social media. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram to keep up with us real time.
We do that.
We do that.
So, tune in next week for another video. We do this every Monday, or whenever the charts update. And in the meantime, you can also check out our other videos that we have as a band, J Music Ensemble. We do covers of all different songs from the J-pop world, video game world, anime world. We love. And if you have requests, of course, feel free to reach out to us. But while we're doing that, click over there for another video. If you look at the first 50, that kind of sounds like we're limiting, right?
It sounds like we're looking at 50 different charts.
50 songs.
The first 50 charts.
I'll keep it simple.
That was from last week too. If you
I remember the river bit too in the last video.